Hey guys, welcome back to my garden. It is May and it is very warm, probably about 93 degrees out here. It's been really cold up until this past week and now all of a sudden it is very warm. So I'll take you on a little tour to show you what's been growing. A lot has sort of sprung up in the last few days, but a lot has happened since I last took you on a tour in April. So let's get going. So starting out in what is now mostly an herb bed, you can see over in the corner here, we took out the gooseberry and transplanted it to somewhere where there's some other berry bushes in the front. So big change over there. Back in the back, like last year, we're going to try to have some sunflowers. Very exciting. Got some oregano down here. The brand new rosemary because we killed our other rosemary. We've moved the catmint over here. And over down here, I planted some garlic chives, but they're not really coming up. Some sunflowers are coming up because all the bird food stuff has been put in here. So maybe we'll have sunflowers down here. And then the regular chives are looking very hardy. Over in this little planter that had the basil and some sunflowers last year, we've got some thyme and some lemongrass. And I've also planted some basil seeds. And I don't see, let me see if any are coming up. Maybe a couple little bits, but nothing's really come out yet. I do have some basil in the kitchen still that I can put in here as well. Over here, we planted the olive down in this guy, and then the orange, or the lime, is still here as well. Now here's my garden prep area where I've got all my peat moss and compost and manure and stuff. But it's next to all my seedlings. Very exciting. So back here we've got the garlic that's coming up loads now. I think all the cloves I planted have come up. You can see more little sunflowers in there. Might need to do some weeding. Down here are some tomatillos I planted about a week ago. Nothing's come up, and I'm afraid they might not come up because I left them outside when there was a real big rainstorm, so I'm afraid they might be drowned. But hopefully I have some other tomatillos around here. We'll see. Next to that, I have the seedling tray, one of the seedling trays that was inside. I've got the squash here and here, and this is trying to take over its little friend next door, so let me move that. Those need to be planted in the ground soon, but they won't be. Or maybe they're a little small, but I mean, they'll be fine. Everything will be fine. That's my philosophy these days. Everything's gonna be fine. Next to them, we got some poblanos and the Principe Borghese tomatoes, as well as the lemon cucumbers. And here are my sweet dumpling squash, this is the third planting of them. 2 different seed companies, nothing has come up. Maybe it just needs to be warm outside. I don't know. Hopefully something will come up because I really want those to grow. Next to them is little pots of sugar baby watermelons. These pots, nothing's come up yet because I planted those when I planted the tomatillos. Next to them is some newer seedlings Some various tomatoes, and I think there's some tomatillos in there. I didn't label this one, that's the problem. I'm very dumb, I didn't label it, but right there on the end, I believe that is a sugar baby watermelon. And then further down, we get the rest of the seedlings from inside. Just all the different tomatoes and the Tabasco peppers. The Tabascos right on the end there. They're very small still. Everything else is growing a little bit, but everything still seems a little bit small. I wish everything was bigger, but hopefully, because it's warm now and it'll be staying not this warm, but relatively warm for the foreseeable future, they will actually grow. And I think it's really funny because you can see, let me get closer, you can see there are many different types of tomatoes and they all have different leaves, like this one, very different leaves from then this one. So it's all cool, interesting seeing all that stuff. Finally, brand new fun addition to the garden is my strawberry tower. I planted this up maybe a week or so ago. I have a little footage which I'll insert. But it is looking really good. Very exciting. It's new leaves coming out. We definitely have berries already and flowers on stuff. So here's some flowers, some little berries growing. So I love strawberries and I'm happy that they'll be growing in the garden. And the type is All-Star and they're June bearing. Onward to the rest of the garden. So here is the rest of the garden. The peas are starting to grow up the trellis. Super excited about that. Gotta make sure they keep going the right direction though. Get over there, you. Next to that, a lot of stuff has been cut back. A lot of the herbs that were over here, the lavender and whatever this thing is. But next to that, I actually have some lettuce growing. It's very pathetic lettuce, but it is growing. Here's the black-seeded Simpson. This stuff right here. I definitely need to weed in this garden though. And some of that Italian mix, I think, is next to it. And then what else? Oh, I bought some lettuce seedlings. You'll see them dotted around. And I planted them, but they're still not really growing very much. Further along, there is the Rouge de Ver, which is actually growing. And then most of the seedlings that I got, I planted down there because the little gem did not grow. Stupid little gem. Oh, and there's a squirrel watching me. Very fun. Around the corner, we've got the row of radishes. The first row I planted and then the second one. These are actually doing very well. I actually picked some of the French breakfast ones because those are ones looking most ready, but looks like some of the early scarlet ones might be ready as well. Down here. I won't pick those quite yet. There's a white one over here. That's weird. And then here's the second row. Not close to being ready, but someday. So yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how much this lettuce is gonna grow. I want it to grow because I like lettuce, but I feel like it's few and far enough between that I will be able to start planting my tomatoes in the ground over here. The rest of them will all be in pots, so that can happen as soon as they're big enough, I guess. But you can see little creatures have been digging, little squirrelies, because of course we put the bird feeder and squirrel stuff right next to my garden. It makes sense. We had a lot of extra bird food this year, so we have to use it up. So it's actually out a lot later than we're used to having it out. But yeah, just needing to do a little bit of weeding in here and a little bit of picking of some radishes and, you know, making sure the peas are doing their thing. But it seems like everything's growing. Very exciting. There's some other new stuff around in the garden that's not vegetable related. Got some allium, I think, here. Maybe that's allium over there. Maybe that's the allium. A nice bleeding heart. The lilac up here. The lilac has some blooms and it smells delightful. And the poppy looks really good. We'll have some blooms soon, and we got a new little red poppy down here as well. And finally, we've got a new little azalea over here. I think it's an azalea. And it's bright orange, and it's pretty cool. Well, that is all I have for today. I'll be making more videos in June, maybe more than one just garden tour, because June usually is a pretty big month in the garden. I'll leave you with this lovely video of Dinah and hope that you press like if you like this video, comment down below if you have any thoughts or tips for me, and make sure to subscribe so you can see more of me and of Dinah and of Cubby and the garden. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!